ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Guests on the Dan Lebatard Show appear via the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Here's your SportsCenter update. 4 Milwaukee Bucks will not travel with the team to Boston as they face the Celtics in a game that will determine the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Celtics will clinch the 1 seed with a win or a Cavaliers loss to Toronto. New York Knicks center Joakim Noah is expected to require surgery to repair a right rotator cuff injury and will need several months of rehab. And finally, Terry Peck, an Australian rapper who goes by the name Peck, allegedly devoured 2 lobsters, 17 oyster shooters, a baby octopus, and several beers at a beachfront Australian restaurant before ditching on the bill by running away. The staff from the restaurant took off in hot pursuit. Peck ran onto the beach and into the surf, and efforts to cajole him back to shore were unsuccessful. 2 police jumped on a lifeguard's jet ski and arrested him in the ocean.
Tupac's plan really fell apart there.
It's like a scene out of Point Break, man.
It seems like a great idea right up until you realize you're in the sea. And then your escape routes are limited.
For all the latest headlines and information, tune in the SportsCenter on ESPN Radio all throughout the day. How great is Tupac?
I love the whole idea. It's just a great story all around. So what do you got for Will Cain, Stugotz? You said yesterday you had something for Will Cain.
Yeah.
And now what is this that you have for Will Cain?
I mean, I really don't care what anyone says anymore, but Will Cain, I care about. Will Cain, this guy who looks like golf, by the way, he said something about Myles Garrett on Mike and Mike. Because Myles Garrett, he was doing the car wash at ESPN, and he didn't want to go on Mike and Mike because Booger McFarland was filling in for Golick that day, and Booger has been very critical of Myles Garrett and his plays. He takes some plays off. Whatever he said. And Myles Garrett decided that he didn't want to go on the show. So they had Will Cain on, and he was blasting Myles Garrett for taking the easy path. And if you can't handle the criticism now, wait till you get to the NFL. How are you going to handle that criticism? I don't think that he took the easy path. I actually think to go up to ESPN, and first off, what does Will Cain know about his path? What does he know about Myles Garrett's path? Because my guess is it's been a very difficult path for Myles Garrett, and he's worked very hard to arrive where he's arrived. What does Will Cain know about that?
What do you know?
What does Will Cain know? I don't know anything about Myles Garrett. It's just a guess.
All right.
I said I was guessing.
Well,
but Will Cain is not guessing. He's stating all this as fact.
But why are you guessing that his path was difficult?
Because I think to get to Texas A&M and to be the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, your path was probably pretty difficult, and you probably had to work pretty hard. That's just a guess. Like, that didn't come easy. He had to work hard to arrive at this point where he's going to be selected number 1 overall. So what did he do? He went up to ESPN. He was going to go through the car wash, and he decided right then and there, I don't like Booger McFarland. Therefore, I'm not going to sit in and be interviewed by a guy that I don't like. And he knew, and his publicist knew, and I think his agent knew, that there would be backlash from that, and yet he still did it. And to me, that was the harder path, not the easier path. And who is Will Cain to comment on anyone's path? Hey, geez, Will Cain, give it a rest. I like Will. Nice guy. Good-looking guy. I've met him a few times. But, I mean, what do you know about Myles Garrett's path? I mean, geez. Because he doesn't do what you want him to do, therefore he's taking the easy route? Get out of here. It's his route.
I agree with Will Cain.
Damn.
I mean, it's a bad look.
It's not a bad look.
You can't be that sensitive, Stugotz, when you're a future draft pick. There's no reason for I don't agree with the easy path, hard path stuff, but
well, that was his whole thing. Easy path, hard path.
But I mean, you can't be that sensitive. You can't be so sensitive that you refuse to do an interview on Mike and Mike when you're doing a job interview. Myles Garrett is doing Bristol because he's showing everybody what he is publicly. That's why he's going to Bristol and doing all the interview shows.
He did plenty of interviews. He decided not to do one.
I know, but his reasoning is thin-skinned in a way that he probably needs not be.
Who are we to say?
Mike and Mike are living a pretty privileged life. When the one time a guest says no to them, it becomes a national talking point. I mean, seriously?
Exactly.
I believe the entire WWE has banned us.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Before DDP.
Yeah, well before.
Yeah, well
when?
before.
What happened?
They don't trust us, and you know what? It's probably a good call by them.
Wait a minute, we've been banned. This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Oh, dude, a lot of people. Happens all the time.
Who have we been banned by?
Oh,
you guys keep
everyone.
this. You guys
Dude,
keep this
Allie.
stuff from me.
Teams, leagues, conferences. I mean,
So many people just
Really?
say not doing that.
I've been wondering. The guest list has been so flimsy lately. Is it because everyone's banning us?
Yeah.
Today was Jeff Van Gundy. That's all we had today. And we probably ran him off, too, because that interview ended with me yelling at him, go to hell, Van Gundy.
I can tell you, a team we had in our corner for many, many years was the Toronto Raptors, and they have gone silent on me. I mean, I've been requesting Serge Ibaka for a month and a half now. No one's responding.
The entire city of Cleveland, every ESPN NFL analyst.
Yeah, every one of them.
Allison, come to the mic and say it.
Did that start with Teddy Bruschi?
I think it started with Mark Brunell.
Oh, because we asked him about, losing all his money.
All right, Allison.
It's because of you. You know this, right?
Okay. No, I didn't know this.
Yeah, it's because of you.
I want to hear more.
This is a very difficult show to book for.
Really?
Yeah, you nuke a lot of relationships.
It's why I
dude.
stopped doing
Good job,
it.
Dan.
Yeah, it's
Really?
tough.
Let's put it on the poll. Is Dan Aykroyd A-list? Do we want to hear Aaron Paul? Let's do fake impressions of some random person that you know nothing
Talk to Mel
about.
Kiper Jr. about Coachella. What? I'm never doing that again. Oh, Pauly Shore is joining us. Billy, put her on the poll. Is Pauly Shore a bum?
Pauly Shore, your new movie with Adam Sandler's coming. Adam Sandler sucks. We just talked about that.
What was that story? Take it out of the trash can. Tell Pauly Shore how Adam Sandler's kids don't even like his own movies. These are all recent examples.
Good job, Dan.
But we still have Kenny G.
We go through Stugatz's likes next.
Don Lebatard.
He is someone who will tell it like it is, and it doesn't matter if telling it like it is stupid.
Stugats.
We're taking you on a one-way trip to Flavortown.
This is the Don Lebatard Show with the Stugats on ESPN Radio.
Did I misunderstand something? Clay Travis has now written a whole article about ESPN calling him a transvestite prostitute. Did that happen? Because I thought we were talking about, inexplicably, Eddie Murphy and his dalliance with what I thought was a transvestite prostitute. And in our search for that, we somehow stumbled upon a Clay Travis article innocently. But did our show call him a transvestite prostitute?
No, we searched is Tim Tebow still a virgin, and the first result was a Clay Travis article.
And you
then,
just said so, right?
Yes. And then the following series search was, I don't know how that came up, but it was like, was Eddie Murphy caught with a transvestite hooker? So we asked Siri that, and we went for the joke that the first result was also a Clay Travis article. So,
okay.
Great job listening by Clay Travis. If
Well,
that's the
I haven't
case.
seen the article, but some people are telling me that there's such an article. So let me know what that article says. Stugatz is...
Oh, he even included the clip, too, which you would think would provide enough context for him.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. Texter writes in, all this animosity towards the hot take artists is laughable. Your content is weak. They tell it like it is. You tell it like it might be. That's a good point. I can't argue with that. Should we do Stugatz's likes here? Update the polls? Do we have time for both, Mike? How long is this Stugatz's likes segment?
Well, I mean, the Stugatz's likes, there's no real time frame on it, so let's update the polls and see where we're at.
All right, at Lebatard Show on Twitter. What do you have, Stugatz? Add Clay Travis to my list of beefs with everybody. I'm beefing with everybody. Awful Announcing wrote something about me beefing with everybody. So now I am expanding my list of beefs here, even though I didn't know what it is that we're... Okay, he is a transvestite prostitute. There, I said it.
Did he really write something?
I don't know. I don't know, but fine, he is.
All right.
There, I said it. Let there be no confusion. He is.
You might want to update the story.
At Lebatard Show, Stugatz, go ahead and update the polls.
Is grilled chicken a waste of chicken? 74% of the audience said no, and they are wrong. What tastes better, fried chicken or grilled chicken? 74% of the audience said fried chicken.
Just 74? I thought that would be overwhelming.
Did Stugatz have food or spit on his mouth during SportsCenter this morning? 56% of the audience said food. Ridiculous show. Which is the worst character in the history of the Dan Lebatard Show? 27%. Sorry, man. 27% said the Angel of Nuance.
Look, the Angel of Nuance is eating.
I wasn't expecting this. Thank you guys for voting for me. I appreciate the support.
What are you eating?
I'm eating a carne asada taco. It's delicious.
If you're interested, fake Mickey Mouse was in second place with 18%, and Hockey Surfer was third place. Bronze medal, 12%.
We need a recount, dude.
Hockey Surfer, dude, far away from the mic.
By the way, playoffs start tonight, boys. Be crushing some brewskis,
All right,
hanging
very
10
good.
shaka bra.
All right, very good.
Should a celebrity superstar be allowed to wear a hoodie into an establishment that doesn't allow hoodies? 63% of the audience said no. Are you in favor of one NBA wacky day? 73% of the audience said yes.
Great idea.
Do you believe Dan's love handles joke was a bad joke? 63% of the audience said yes. Does Dave Yeager have a face like nothing has ever worked out for him? 80% of the audience said yes.
Yeah!
Can you name any Pelican players other than...
I just snorted.
I know.
just
We heard it.
snorted from laughter.
Can you name any Pelicans player other than Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins? 58% of the audience said no.
All right, let's do Stugatz's likes. Let's do Stugatz's likes on Twitter.
Been a while.
Time to reveal what Stugats has liked on Twitter.
Oh, no.
In a segment we call Does Stugats Know Everyone Can See This?
All right.
Oh, man.
First like. What was it like to play golf on acid with Hunter S. Thompson?
That sounds interesting.
It does, it does.
If I ever get around to reading it, it does sound interesting.
Another like. Have a few minutes? Use them to save you thousands.
Oh,
63 businesses to start for under $10,000.
He's always working on something, man.
for a friend. I mean.
This is from a tweeter that he liked. We listen to your show every morning in the office. We'd love to set you up with a private jet.
I'm going to take advantage of that one day. I mean, who wouldn't take advantage of that? A private jet. You want to come with me? Dan? Are we allowed to do that, by the way?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not the order to ask the questions that you just asked.
All right.
This invention is for you if you can't stand to make your bed.
What? Wait a minute. There's an invention that makes your bed?
There you go. That's why I saved it.
Wait a minute. There is an invention that makes your bed?
He never clicked it, probably, so he doesn't know.
Yeah, don't ask for details, man. I just know there's an invention.
How is that even possible?
Let's
It's
find
called
it.
a housekeeper.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. But wait a minute. Guillermo, put it on the poll at Lebatard Show. Which seems more difficult to you? An invention that would land us on Mars or an invention that would make you the bed? Because I think the making of a bed is the more difficult invention.
I agree.
Could a microdose of LSD make you more productive? Compelling.
Wait.
What are you looking at me for?
Don't just move it.
I'm just interested. That's all.
Okay, just intrigued.
I can't believe you like this one. Compelling read about the history of hand washing and how we learned it was so important.
Are you a secret germaphobe?
I don't know why.
No, he doesn't wash his hands, and he wants to figure out why it's so important. This behavioral change makes you more attractive.
What was it? Do you know?
He never clicks any of these. He just compiles.
I have over 5,000 likes, man. 5,000. I vowed, though, I told Dan this yesterday, I'm going to read three stories that I've saved per day. So tomorrow there should be 3 less favorites because I'll get rid of them.
Guillermo, go ahead and put that on the poll. Will Stugatz read 3 stories a day as promised?
Scientists have created a drug that replicates the health benefits of exercise.
I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Lazy even about that.
11 lifestyle changes you need to adopt if you want to be rich.
I love the idea of Stugatz trying to outsource his exercise.
This was sent by a random tweeter. At Stugatz790, I'm a total stranger and avid listener, but I'd send money for that bat mitzvah.
Oh, for the love of God, Stugatz.
Thank you, by the way.
Crowdfunding their daughter's bar mitzvah.
And here's one more. Phlegm is just one form of mucus which the body produces all over the place to perform useful tasks.
How about that, huh? Healthy.
You are the foulest person in the world.